this section had like the perfect amount of tea and pot stirring, but we'll get to that. Starting in chapter 3, we're all riding horses. And Xaden is being so relaxed, like low-key trying to get to know people, asking Dane about his childhood with Violet, which everyone's reaction is truly like, what is happening? Who are you? But they're going to the Tomes and Tales bookshop, which is such a cute name. And like basically right as they get there, they get attacked. And Xaden's trying to be real diplomatic about it. Look, I'm really appreciating this man with no anxiety of channeling from the earth and killing his soul. Narelle, who's the owner of the bookshop, who Violet was specifically sent there by her dad to see. She recognizes Violet and knows that she's there for the books that her dad left for her. And now here is where the pot stirring starts, and it's all Narelle. So Violet's dad was very sure that her and Dane were gonna end up together, so much so that this woman who Violet's never met sees Violet and Xaden in love and thinks he's Dane because of it, which had me cackling, Mira cackling. And Violet has to answer a few questions to get her father's research, but the last question is tea. And like, I think it's more than just tea, I think there's an actual purpose to it, but Narelle wants to know what happened with her and Halden, like why they broke up. And I think the point is like, you almost had access to the crown and then you let it go. Like that's a big deal. But I heard it as this older lady just really invested in Violet's love life. But also the reason that Violet broke up with him is because he cheated on her with his professor. Also, he's an asshole. I said it Iron Flame and I'll say it now. Mira's being sus to me. I don't know what it's about. She offers to carry the books, but something about it is just like off. And in his letters to Violet, their dad is like super adamant that Violet only trusts Mira. And I don't know. I feel like that's like we're trying to be tricked into trusting her when she's actually doing something wrong. I don't know. She's being sus. Knew it. No magic means they can finally get spicy in chapter 25. They break a table, and as they're about to go again, someone's knocking at their door. Someone's always knocking at their door when they're trying to get it on. Riddick, again, I'm such a fan. He notices the broken table, and he says, like the Armoire no one was supposed to notice getting hauled out of her room first year. Where has he been? So I'm assuming Halden did something wrong because now the king wants to keep him and he'll only answer to aristocracy, and the closest thing they have is Xaden because he's a duke. In chapter 26, I think Xaden kind of proposed. He introduces himself as the Duke of Tyrandor, which he is, and then Violet as his consort, which she is not. She's like, I don't think it's the right time to have this conversation. And he legit is like, okay, when? Like he is ready for forever with her. I don't know how that's gonna work because he's a Venom. Halden did do something wrong. He tried to steal stuff from the king because at one point it was Navarre's, so he thinks that it's always Navarre's. And during this, he got his bodyguard killed and fed to panthers. Halden's screwing up the deal. Xaden's trying to save it by making with Orisha instead. And the king's like, you know what? I'm really not vibing any of you guys. And he tells his guards, kill him. They're literally fighting for their lives, but they're trying to keep things diplomatic and not kill anyone who's trying to kill them. And during said fight, Xaden loses his shit. Violet gets hurt because they're in a fight. And he grabs an alloy hilted dagger and channels. Even though they're in this place where he shouldn't be able to channel and there's no magic, he finds a way. We're only on like chapter 27 and this is the third time he's channeled so far. I really didn't expect that much that quickly. Like I don't think it's gonna end well for him in this book, but I thought it would be a bit more drawn out. But with this new power he's channeled, he summons his shadows, immediately kills all the guards. He's slipping. We're not even halfway through this book, and I'm predicting, again, that he's gonna try to do the good guy thing, realize he's too far gone, and then leave Violet. Not like stop loving her, but like separate for her own well-being. So Violet proves she actually would be a really good duchess. She sends Xaden home because you can see the red rings around his eyes. Tarn steps up as the muscle, and she starts getting diplomatic. And Darna has one of the panthers hanging from her mouth as leverage, but she's not slobbering on it because she's a lady. And once it's agreed that Halden can never come back, we have a deal.